Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. I know it is a busy Friday. We have a lot going on. All of us do. Um, I am hoping to have a guest that will appear after her meeting. She said she had meetings this afternoon, and I didn't want to pressure her either because she runs a great show, but very early in the morning. Sometimes I can make it, sometimes I can't, because it's usually when we're getting everybody ready to head out the door and take Hannah to work. But I wanted to, hey, Aid, wanted to welcome in Duncan 1900. Brenda came in first and quite early, and Hedgehog's Homestead. Laura, thank you for coming in. Going to probably drop the link in a little bit, but I was hoping that, yes, our guest would make it, and she would be able to discuss with us how she motivated herself to get in shape. And now basically she motivates other people early in the morning to get in shape too and do their exercise. But she's also more than just, an exercise channel. She is a motivation channel. And I hope to have too the Jay Jordan on sometime too, because he's another motivating channel who had an operation on his back and then started his channel, is what I found out, because I was asking him about those easier when he was recovering from this, I guess, surgery or what had happened to his back. And he said, just watch his channel from the beginning. So yeah, we're waiting on that person, but I can still just catch up with you guys and tell you today I went and I got new plants on the way home, as my early birthday gift, because my family likes to sometimes forget what to ask me, and then they just get me things, and so it was a preemptive thing because I've wanted some plants. And yeah, we decided to stop, Malachi and I, and he was really, really good. What happened, Malachi? Why is that unplugged? Get that, please. Um, get the plug. And it was very hot even early in the day because we went very early. After, I would say, we dropped Hannah off by 8:30. So maybe we were there. Actually, no, I dropped her off at about 8:20. Hey, the Bud Files, welcome in. So we were probably at Lowe's around 8:30. It was probably about 8:30 because I dropped her off a little early. And the sun, oh boy, it was beaten down and it was hot. But I found 2 blueberry bushes. They're the emerald blueberries. They are self-pollinating, and I got those. And I believe that is actually what I have. And I didn't know it was an emerald, but I'm pretty sure that's it because I got berries. Not a lot this season because I need to put them in the ground. But I got berries and I don't have another blueberry bush anymore. So I want to get one more and then I'll have 4, and hopefully I can set them up under, against a fence or something and have like a blueberry hedge, which would be great. The other plant I ended up getting was another pineapple plant. And these are plants like the pineapple plant will self-propagate. I have another pineapple plant. This one is a sugarloaf pineapple and it doesn't have the spikes. No, sir. No. Put it back. Put it back. Thank you. He's already trying all the things. I'm not going to do that. Thank you. Um, it's a sugarloaf pineapple, and it doesn't have the sharp edges on the bromeliad, because that's what they are. Is they're a fruiting bromeliad, which is nice because the other one that I have, which is a variegated pineapple, meaning it's like got 2 different colors running through the leaves, it does, and he has to stay away from it. It could even slice him. So now I will have 2 pineapples, which is what I wanted, 2 pineapple plants, so I can put them on either side of something in the backyard, like our gate that I look out at. I like even, no, you're fine. You're fine. Don't start. Get your water and get that out of your mouth. Get that out of there. Thank you. That doesn't go in your mouth. He was fine now. So as soon as I'm talking to anybody, turn that down, please. Thank you. And he's had my attention pretty much most of the morning. He enjoyed it because the Lowe's that we stopped at had one of those little steering, it looked like a little car, the whole thing. So he got in that one and, was able to steer. Of course, I wiped the whole thing off, because we don't need a secondary after just getting over the vid. Um, and I'm trying to think. Oh, I got, because David Corey's been saying about Monstera Delicioso, about getting that one, or Deliciosa. I looked and it was on clearance. And not only was it on clearance, it was a large one for maybe 13 bucks. It was half price. It's regularly $26. And with them you're fine. Get your water. You're fine. Oh, you finished the water just 5 seconds ago as soon as I got on. Give it to mommy, please. Oh, give that to mommy, please. The cup. I didn't need the water. You didn't see that. I just got spit on. Give me just a second, you guys. I'll be right with you. He's wiping it up. Sorry about that. I have no idea what is going on. The other thing that I had happen today was I had to go out and pick this off my tree, this weird looking thing. Hey, cool gamer, is indeed a soursop. They are so strange looking. They've got like little spikes. Some of them I had to scrub off because the reason I pulled it off, and I hope it's not too early that I pulled it off, it had scale on it. In fact, I think it still has like maybe one or two. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see those little black dots? They were all over the fruit. Ooh, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6 maybe still on there. I scrubbed the fruit off really good too. So I'll be getting those off. I was not going to give my fruit over to, scaly bugs. And what they are is they're a soft body bug that has that little shell that protects them, and they adhere and suck the juices off your plant or on the stems of your plant. They're just nasty. Usually you can use a horticultural oil to suffocate them to get them off your plants, but mine, the fruit was just so close to being harvested that I was like, I'm just going to harvest it. Plus, we've been having the issues with the iguanas. The other thing I saw at Lowe's today was a new, to me, but it's been here since the 70s, lizard. It's called the Agatha. Hey! Oh, isn't it awful, Darthox? Hey, Garrett, welcome in. Now it seems like the notifications are going out. Good. Yeah. So frustrating. We've had it on, trying to think of the palm that my husband put in back at our old townhome. And a sago palm, which, it's not the best around kids because they get really spiky. But at the time, it was our brand new house, and Hannah was just, we just found out we were pregnant. Oh, it's okay, Duncan. I had to deal with a phone call too. It just wasn't a phone call. It was somebody acting up or acting out. Yeah, it was all over to the point where he kept spraying it with horticultural oil, and finally he's like, it's just not worth it. I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put a different plant in. So he put, I forget what the plant is called. It was just an ornamental. This is before I was gardening for food. This is when I was just kind of into flowers and stuff. And a lot of Floridians at that time were not doing the gardens for food. But yeah, that was our morning. I also got hardware cloth and something for a little project that I've been wanting to do in my yard, because of all the banana peels and everything that I get from my homegrown bananas. Yeah, I just had a phone call too. Just yeah, yeah. But today it was just going to be about like exercise and kind of why it's important and the motivation for it because Diva and I were talking about how we just like we both have something going on to where we have like one of our legs is just not cooperating with us oftentimes. Or for me, it's like I have the plantar fasciitis in my foot, um, tendonitis will it can inflame the tendonitis, which is in the ankle. I get it in my ankles. And it could be opposite feet too, and that's becomes really difficult. So this person actually and their channel, and I don't know if they remember that I asked them because it was just a real quick ask this morning while they were, doing their exercise, and then I heard them say like something about they were sick and the motivation was difficult, but they got through their workout. Uh, but yeah, they have chair exercises, and I'm going to actually look up their chair exercise videos and try and start with those. Hey, KP, then welcome in. I'm going to, go through that list and go to the Jay Jordan list too and see, back from when he began his channel to see what he has for both of them for low impact. My only problem there is the chair that I have has those like armrests. I need like a chair that has no armrests in the way so you can do like all the exercises that you see for chair exercises. But they even have like I've come across channels where they have bed like exercises for if you're bed bound. So the motivation becomes the thing then. Like what are we doing it for? And how do we do it? Like, how do we work it into our schedules that seem overwhelming already? Um, and of course, we all know, like, if you work in an office building, take the stairs instead of the elevator, work that into your day. Maybe walk to a local store if you can do that, if you're in a safe place or neighborhood instead of, taking the car or take a bike if it's just for a small pickup of stuff. Um, I don't have that. We have a pretty busy street. It used to not be as busy, but as we've gotten more and more people here, the street out in front of our development has gotten busier and busier. Oh, thanks for popping in if you're at work. I appreciate that, KP Heathen, a lot. How's your day there today with the heat? We were getting super hot. I couldn't keep Malachi in the sun for too long. um, and also, of course, maybe join a sport that you enjoy, like maybe at night or on the weekends, like a club that, for your age range, if you're able to do something like that. I'm not at that level. Buddha of Destiny! Buddha! That's how we greet each other. Buddha started it. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Storms, Radios, and Cats. I sent Barry this. I saw this short where this woman who has cats goes to the restroom, and one cat is literally in her, like sitting on her pants that she's pulled down. And another cat is fighting for basically that spot that that cat is in her pants while she's sitting on the potty. I was like, yep, that would be my luck. That it would be my life with cats. I had a dog like that. We used to call him Shadow Dog. Thank you. Appreciate the share. Um, it talks about too setting realistic goals, like break your goals down into smaller, achievable steps and put them on your calendar. Buddha was doing a challenge with, I forget what Georgia channel it was, where they were just doing high knee. It was called the High Knee Challenge. Okay, you got to walk Destiny. All right, Destiny's her pup. They were doing a high knee challenge, and the exercise was basically, either you're sitting in a chair and you're lifting your knees up, up, up. Okay, the Key Kitchen and more. Thank you. And I think Georgia Girl was doing it with you guys. Like you guys were all kind of doing it. I only caught, I think, yours and maybe one of Georgia Girl, but I know I'm messing up her channel's name. So that would be like breaking it into an achievable step. Some of the things that I was doing, and because I couldn't do burpees, and this other channel does burpees, I was doing the process of the burpee. And a burpee is basically you raise your hands up in the air, then you go down into a push-up position, you do a push-up, and you come back up into the same, and you go back down again. And they're intense, to say the least. They're intense. It's not just a push-up. It's like you're kicking out your legs too into that push-up, and then you pull your legs back in, and you're standing up. It's a whole thing. You got to know. So I was trying to do the steps of that, but I couldn't do the push-up along with it. So I was just trying to get the steps down to where I could get myself back up into standing and get on the ground from standing, and do that a couple times, because my from being sick all those years and not moving a lot, my muscles atrophy with age, but they atrophy more if you don't use them. Yes, that's who I was kind of waiting for, was Frugal Mama. Oh, good. Okay. Yes, they are. Yes, it is hard if you have back problems. Not everybody can do those. Oh man. Yeah, Buddha, I'm so sorry. Yeah, they didn't tell me when my mom fell that that's what it was. Like, this was right before she passed away. She was having heart failure anyway, so maybe that's why the hospital didn't tell me, but I'm still mad. They should have. That her spine had fractured and was basically collapsing on itself. Horrible. So I can't imagine. I'm so sorry. That must have been from your accident. Okay. My cats learned the hard way. They don't get to come into the bathroom with dad. They didn't like it at first, but yeah, you have to train them. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, that was end of 2022. It was really rough. And the year following was really rough. It's finally starting to come out of it. Oh, I am so sorry. My husband has herniated discs. And when he took management position, all that sitting aggravated it, and he had to go get those shots where they block the pain, and they weren't working until finally the third one worked, and now it's been working, because he couldn't walk. Like, it was getting to the point where he couldn't walk. Okay. I know it's like super hot outside. Feels like 91 this morning, or 93 up here. So yeah, I totally understand what you're talking about. I think he's tired. That's what I'm dealing with over here right now. The other thing is, to put those achievable steps, put them on your calendar if you can. With my ADHD, I'm terrible at that, of doing anything. Like, put it on a calendar, put it in a notebook, because as soon as it's out of sight, it's out of mind. Probably maybe in my phone, I could put it, like, and also sometimes your tracker, my watch, my lovely, yeah, Red Dragon tracker. But it helps you keep a log a little bit better. And then also celebrate your accomplishments, whether big or small, with rewards. Like, maybe you get to sleep in on, a weekend day or a weekday that you don't have to work. You let yourself sleep in a little bit more. Um, you know, get something new. Like, it could be maybe some new socks or shoes for your working out, or just even treating yourself to time out with family, or something like a spa day. What would be for me is, if I was consistent for a month, I would love to go reward myself with a nice pedicure, but I just have to be careful with them touching my feet. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. It's 9:03. Feels like 9:08. I don't know what it is right now. Let me see. Oh, this was one thing too. Like, I'm not sure how you exude. Hey, DCBs, welcome in. It says about changing your mindset so you view exercise as important part of your self care routine. That mindset hasn't clicked for me yet, only because of um, like the foot pain I'm in. But I'm trying to get there by reminding myself of I have a sister in law who couldn't lose weight, and took up she can run, I can't run. She took up walking then running because she loves food, and that was the only way. If she ran, she created that calorie deficit to where she was okay with what she was eating. If she didn't run, she couldn't her metabolism just was not keeping up with however she was eating. So, and I never got to ask her much about her diet or anything like that. I used to dance with clean. Yes, I love to dance. Yeah, that's true too. You do what like makes you happy, not just what makes you feel like you're exercising. Good one, Duncan. I'm sorry you fall too easily now. Well, there's chair dancing. I mean, you can do like what you would do in a car, like we used to do, it's not as fun, but you don't fall down, at least. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday, like field sobriety tests. Like I could be totally sober and still fail one because of my fibro. Walk the line. Oh, okay. I'm gonna fall off of it, and I've had nothing to drink. Like I'll even volunteer for a breathalyzer, but you really shouldn't do that. They say that. Yeah, you can just wiggle dance. Yeah, just that. Actually, the wiggling does help. That movement helps more. And DCBs, you know about that because I believe you had an accident too. So, kind of trying to strengthen yourself and from that position of not being in a position of strength to having to build your body back. So, yeah, you understand that. Let's see, make it fun. There it is. Try new activities, play games, or find a friend to exercise with. You can also create, oh, sorry, baby, a playlist or treat yourself to new workout clothes, which is what I said. Treat yourself to maybe some shoes or workout clothes. Oh, your inner ear damage. Yeah, I have awful allergies, and that can happen with me because I'm so used to them being not great during this time of the year that when they like completely open up, it's like, "Oh my gosh, they were that plugged? I didn't even realize." No, it's not the same. I know. I know. I see these cute dance challenges, and I'm like, "I wish I was 20 years younger or even 30 to do those. They look like so much fun." Okay, that's what you did. Okay, stretching and light impact weight. Yeah, that's one thing I miss, and I can't really bring him with me, going to the gym and, working out with the weight equipment there, like the circuit, and doing the leg presses and like they used to call it the Stairmaster. I don't know what they call it now. Um, but I used to use that in my late 20s, almost 30s. I have had a few cops accuse me of being under the influence. Wow. My ex had to point out I have an essential tremors, right? Yeah, you actually like I should get something from my doctor and just keep it laminated in my car. That's actually a good idea, Barry, to have something on hand, like something written maybe even on their prescription pad that says this person has, you know, this diagnosis. I broke my sinuses, so I have a slight plug nose. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, it's not I have I have 2. I have Florida honey, and then I have a local honey that has the bee pollen, and he emulsified it into the honey. And of course, I forget to take that. I've got to take it down and have it where I can see it. Let me make sure. Okay, it's just a truck. My camera was going off. Hey, Sarah. Happy Friday to you too, honey. Good to see you. I thought about that. Now I don't have a vehicle. So, yeah, I hear you. Totally hear you. Good to see you. Got our bee people in here. But yeah, DCBs, thank you for reminding me. I'll have to dig that out of my cabinet because I have it. And that cost me big bucks. So I do want to use it. We were on our way leaving the Planapalooza for spring. And it was raining. So I gave him my card. Well, I didn't think it was going to be any more than maybe 20 bucks or 30 bucks. I forget how big of an amount it was, you know. You charged me $80, 80 bucks, and I had even offered prior to that, like, hey, maybe I can interview you for my channel I have for YouTube and, get you some local business. The more I talked to him, he just seemed a little bit different, which is fine. But then when he charged me that amount, I was like, usually you tell somebody when it's that much. I felt like I helped him pay for his day there that was going to be a bust because of the rain. I was just like still shocked, but it was my issue too because I did not ask. I always ask. Let me see. Many people with allergies mix the fresh plant. Yeah. Oh, is that what it is? It's bee bread. Yeah. He called it something like high vibrational honey or something. So bee bread. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And it'll cause a reaction in me too because I don't need, um, even though honey is a healthier form of fructose, I don't need too much, like, glucose or fructose. My body seems to overreact to any of that with inflammation. Bummer. But I have been using just a little bit of the local honey that was from more up. I think she's in the central part of the state, which is delicious. Delicious. Um, but the other thing, like with exercise, there, like we were saying, do something that you love. Like maybe get out that old Wii that your kid doesn't use anymore and do some of those games that they have where you're actually bowling and you're moving around, but it seems like a game. And, I was thinking of that with my son, but then my daughter went and took the Wii. What I really would love to try is those exercises that they have, and they actually gear it towards adults where you use the Oculus and it's all a game, but you're inside of it. But those things kind of scare me because I would have to be able to use it like every other day for it to make much of a difference. And there's no way I can put something over my eyes. There's no way. Okay. Thank you. You can take the pollen without the honey. It tastes like you're eating the lawn. Yeah, I've had local pollen before, and tastes like a combination of floral lawn. That's a good way to describe it. It's a little florally lawn, and it's kind of chalky. I don't know how to explain the texture, but it's weird. Definitely a weird thing on the tongue because I didn't mix it in honey when I first tried it. My garden, a new hobby gets me out now. That's true. And some of that is stress, and that's what I'm going to cover next time is stress and rest. Um, on next Friday, I'm hoping to cover that for sure. And yeah, it does help. And I'm hoping resetting my yard is going to, of course, be like that. And I'll have to do it with this heat. I'll have to do it in uh, small sections at a time and taking breaks and also probably going out after 4. I can't use those Oculus. They would make me sick. Oh, okay. That's how bad your balance issues are. I've had sinus surgery where I had to have this septum straightened and my turbinates cut back. So I kind of understand it was really bad back then. Annie, go on YouTube is good to get kids moving and you can do it with them. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, they have stuff on YouTube. Yesterday I found something that was absolutely terrifying though, Shawnee. It was in the voice of the kids, some of the kids' videos he watches, and it was like, "Mommy, where is daddy?" And, "Oh, we had an argument. He's outside. I checked outside." "Hey!" Almost home setting, welcome in. "I checked outside," the kid says. "Did you check the did you dig in the garden?" Or something like the voice says. And I'm like, "What the hell is wrong with people?" Some kid's gonna see that, and, like, if they can read and understand that, and they're still little and innocent, it just isn't right. But then again, they have those cartoons that are geared towards adults. I'll go sit in my VR and relax. It's my favorite place to de-stress. Yeah, when they're not stressing you out. Yeah. Well, I imagine too that low hum does something. Like people talk about vibrations, being high and low vibrations and all that, but there is something about sounds that tend to relax us. So yeah, I would imagine there's something to that humming, just like there's something to like when cats are, um, oh gosh, I just had one of those ADHD moments where everything went blank. When cats are, help me out, crowd. It's a typical word that cats do when they're happy to de stress, too. They'll use it. Purr. There we go. Thank you. Yes, purring. Thank you, Barry. Oh my gosh. How did that leave the brain? That's a new one. Yeah, purring. All my cat people like purring. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because you can hear that over, yeah, the low tone vibration. That's another thing, and we'll talk about that like next week about stuff like that for sure. Yeah, the purring, which is healing, they say. Naked bumblebee in a colony. A naked one? Like no hair, little hairs on it whatsoever? How does that work? Yeah, it's senior momentitis with ADHD LMNOP. It's terrible. Plus, the fibro does it too. Yeah, I'm gonna go over that with the stress and rest next week. So that is the title for next week's Fri-Yay. If you want to have that earlier, or I could, yeah, could probably do it earlier and do it for special needs parenting too, because that helps them. Um, hmm. Let me think about that and see if I'll do it Wednesday or Friday. We could go over that. When I have enough bees and enough buzz, my tinnitus goes away. You know what? I think I might I don't know if who I asked to come in and speak is going to be able to, because I know they weren't feeling too well this morning and maybe it hit them harder after their meeting. Um, so I'm going to drop the link if anyone wants to come up and just we can chit chat a little bit. I might go over the exercise again once this person is free to come up, or I can get the Jay Jordan to possibly come up. Let me see. Let's copy and paste it. Oh, I know, right, Barry? I don't know what is going to do when I'm 60. I get nervous about getting any older. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yay. Maybe honeybees were working it. They're putting in overtime. The honeybees killed a bumblebee and stripped the hair. Oh, oh my gosh! Like they were shaming it. Wow. Wow. What the heck did they do with those pieces of it? That's terrifying. I had one bumble try and get in one of my hives. They worked it over good before it headed off. Wow. Yeah, I think those, but the bumblebees seem, aren't they just gentle giants? Or do they do destructive things to the hives? Oh, here we go. When I have enough bees and enough buzz, oh, how cool. Yeah. Oh, I bet it is if you've got the tinnitus all the time. Tinnitus is no fun. My dad had the tinnitus with it was causing him issue uh with his balance too, and he at the time he was retired from IBM, but he was doing groundskeeping work and managing this household, and he was prior to that doing like handyman work, his own business. And he went to the doctor and they were able to use air because it was supposedly, I guess, the hairs had become brittle in his ear, and it helped quite a bit for him. Oh, they're savages? Really? You started. Right. Oh, yeah. I've had them all my life because my working memory is not the best, and neither is my file system in my brain. They're savages? Yes and no. Oh my gosh. They're opportunistic. Okay, they're opportunists. They're like little Vikings. Oh my gosh. Hey, almost a Green Acre. How are you? Good to see you. Hold on. I've had senior moments. I bet. I'm not looking forward to the 60s if my 50s are like this. And I've had them all my life too. Tonight's is difficult. It's been the most difficult disability to adjust for me. Is yours like a ringing? Like what is it that you hear with your tinnitus? Is it the ringing in the ear or a pierce like a high pitched sound? I don't want you. Here I am asking you, and then that'll make you tune into it. I'm sorry. Good to see you. It's Is it Krista? Right? That was such a nice time we had with you. I know, little Vikings. They're not so little. Those bumblebees are kind of intimidating. I had never seen bumblebees as an adult until like I probably saw them when I was a child in Virginia, maybe California. I don't remember them though. And we went to Georgia to look at houses when I was older. I want to say in my 30s because we were thinking about moving up there. Was it my 30s? Six. I was. Yeah, I think it was my 30s. I think I was 36. And I saw bumblebees and I was like, what the? Those bees are huge. And then I got scared because I didn't know if they would sting me. Before I got hurt, I had been. Oh, wow. That is a huge life change. I'm so sorry. Yeah, my dad did smaller thing. Oh, I have to see you, girl. There you are. Hey. Hi, welcome in.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I
I
woke
get
up
to
from
that
a
too.
nap and I was like, "Oh my gosh, wait, I think Carol's on." How you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm doing good. I just dropped the link and I was like, is that really Crooked Peach? Because I didn't see her in my side chat.
I
I
didn't
got
say
I got
anything.
nervous. I know I got nervous. I was like waiting for your picture or a wiener to pop up. I
Oh
was
no,
like,
no wieners here. Thank you.
yay. I, yeah.
Girl,
Almost
it is
almost
hot.
saying hi. Yes.
It is it is beastly hot. Like it is just tearing me up. I just looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I look haggard." It is just
Mm.
it's really
Because
hot.
of being out there, you've been out there working the garden.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm out there at 5 o'clock now, and it's light enough. I'm like, okay, let's just get this over with. But then also I was helping a neighbor move out of the house across the street the last few days.
Oh,
I'm whipped. But how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm tired today. I was telling my friends, oh, Barry. I was telling my friends I would love to
Oh,
do this live from my bed, but I am so sorry,
yes.
DCBs. He's talking
I'm so
about,
down with that. I think that's
What's
great. Hey,
up?
Janet and Sarah.
I don't know.
Hey, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Sarah. That's right. I forgot you're celebrating your anniversary. Barry, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the signal. It's going in and out. There you go.
Yeah.
Then from time to time, I'll get a tone that feels like an electric fence around. Oh, that's awful.
Oh, no, that
Yeah.
does sound fun.
No, not at all. Bumblebees have always been my best pollinators.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
fun.
Do you guys have them in Virginia? Because I can't remember if I saw bumblebees when I was
Oh,
little.
yes. We
Okay.
have all the bees. We have the bumblebees, the sweat bees, the honey bees, the carpenter bees, the ground bees. We got all the bees. And I did, I'm not even filming this week. Really, I'm just not. I can't. It's too hot. Who in the name of Jesus can do this in this heat?
Right.
But when I went out the
Tell me
other
about it.
morning, I caught on film
Mhm.
in daylight the hummingbird moth.
Oh, wow.
And it is the
Very cool.
weirdest looking. It's the
They
weirdest
are
Wow.
looking
weird.
thing, no.
They are weird.
But it
I've
was
seen
Never
really
heard
them.
of
cool.
that.
The
What?
hummingbird, you've never heard of the hummingbird moths?
No, but that sounds scary.
They look like a hummingbird at first. Like out of this
They
corner of
do.
your eye, they look like it's a hummingbird, but they have a
They
really long
hover.
proboscis and they
Hmm.
hover just like a
They
hummingbird
do. They
does.
hover just like a hummingbird. But it's the first time I saw one in the daylight. Usually, I encounter them at night, and that is not fun. It's
Mm-mm.
usually when I'm outside looking for the horned tomato worms with
Mhm.
the black light, and they're like, "Bzz," and I mean, it's like the biggest bug on the planet just came by me, and I can't see what it was, and it's coming back to get me.
This is interesting. DCB says they'll hit the
Okay, I think
bloom.
I'll pass on that one.
Yeah, they're
Right?
creepy looking. They'll hit the blooms earlier in the season, the bumblebees, and
Okay.
at lower temps than honeybees. Okay. And yeah,
Yeah,
they'll
actually, that makes
oh,
sense
okay. And they
because
pollinate
they're out.
tomatoes. Okay.
They're out first thing in the morning. I mean,
Oh, what?
first thing in the
Krista?
morning.
Hold on. Krista's here too. Hey. Yep, give it to
Oh,
God
you
every
saw
day.
that, Sarah?
Oh.
That was really cool. Hi, how
Hey.
you
Hold
doing?
on. Let me take that
Hey,
down
everybody.
so I can see you. Hey.
How's everything
It's
going?
nice to meet you, ma'am.
Hey, what's
Although I
going
think
on?
we've met before.
Oh, goodness. You know what? Let me adjust this because it's going to be in the way. So it's below us. Go. Keep talking. I've got to fix
You can
something
adjust
so we
that.
don't. Yeah.
I don't
But
know
I'm
how to
not
do all
sure.
of that. I'm a little bit envious of you right now, lady. How are you doing today, Krista? How's your weather?
It's under your settings in general. It says shift videos up for comments and banners. It's just the
Oh,
box.
wait, you're doing this on a computer, aren't you?
Yeah, I do it on a laptop. Otherwise, I can't do it. I can't do the phone
And that's
thing.
the key. That's the key.
Yes.
I do it on the
Yes.
phone always.
Yep. Yeah, I
Miss
couldn't do
Krista, how's
that.
the weather where you're at?
Oh man, I'm battling the heat.
Yeah.
Yesterday I planted over 60 pepper plants, and
Wow.
Wow.
anyway, a bunch of them ended up getting sun scalded, and then
Oh no.
our temperatures at night are going, like tonight it's dropping below. I don't know what the equivalent is, guys. It's dropping below 16.
16 Celsius.
Celsius. So yeah, whoever's good at
I think
multitasking.
that 50 or 40
Do
here
not make me
for
tell you any
Fahrenheit.
lies. Wait, where are you at, Krista?
And then Sunday, you're not
Yeah.
going to believe this. It's going
No,
down to 10 degrees.
Oh
I am
wow.
going to
10
believe.
degrees
Yeah, I
Celsius.
saw.
Oh wow.
It's a
Wow.
freaky weather pattern that's happening. So like half of the country is
Mhm.
boiling hot, and we're going to have snow in the most northeast of the country at the same time that this heat wave is. That is psychotic.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, and then battling the slugs that have eaten all of my flowers and
It's horrible.
hostas. And anyway, yeah, just living life.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Battling the garden and the weather all at the same
So I'm
time.
just taking a break.
Is that a kitty?
I don't know if you guys saw a couple of weeks ago, I posted a video of these raised garden beds that I'm building.
I saw.
I did not
Beautiful.
see.
Yeah, well,
Beautiful.
the raised garden beds turned into raised garden beds on steroids.
Ah!
Yeah.
Really?
These things are, I'm going to have to do a reveal here tomorrow, I think, because
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the energy to do it today, but tomorrow I'm
Right.
going to do a video.
Okay.
And so needless to say, what I've decided to build my own trellis on top of these raised garden beds, because the trellises here in Canada, those
Mhm.
cattle panels that you guys pay like $25-$30 for.
Oh, no, we don't. They're not
Yeah, no,
that.
they're way
They're
more
like
expensive
way
than
more
that.
expensive now. Yeah,
Okay, well, in
they're over
Canada,
$50
yeah,
here.
here they're 75 plus tax, which
Yeah.
works out to $86 for a 4 by
Oh,
16-foot section.
Mm.
that sucks. And I mean, you know what? It really aggravates me because cattle panels were like $20,
Yeah.
and then
I meant-
gardeners started getting popular, and they went through the
Yeah.
roof in cost. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I remember
Where
you
do
had
you
talked
spend?
about possibly doing that you were going to bring it. See, I watched the video when you were
That's
building.
so
You were
good.
still putting in the liner, and you talked about doing that, like arcing it over or something. Your Krista, the
Yeah,
cattle panel.
yeah, not at $85 a pop.
Yeah,
So
no.
I had to sit down and I, did some brainstorming and with myself, of course, nobody to
Mhm.
talk to about it.
Yeah.
And I've changed the plans probably numerous times since then, but I've actually built my own trellis, and I think you
Very
guys will like
cool.
it. I think you'll
Yeah,
like it.
probably will if you did a DIY, because everybody likes
Yeah.
There's a
DIY.
terrible tease now. I gotta wait. Oh my gosh, the buildup was awesome. I can't wait to see what you came up with.
Yeah, so you guys are gonna like it. It's pretty cool. But
That's
anyway,
awesome.
today, because of planting the peppers yesterday, and the sun scald, I've now had to even change this
Mhm.
trellis. I've had to actually put a sun cover over top of the trellis now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The heat,
Shade
the
cloth.
sun's rays are very intense right
So
now.
that's
Yeah.
why I say that it's
Mhm.
like a raised garden bed trellis on steroids. It's
That is so stinking cool.
This is the problem we have, Gulf Coast Granny, too. My husband does not want anything wood in our yard because of the termite problems that they have in Florida. So, yeah, I have vinyl, and yeah, I can't have wood. I'm so sorry that happened to you. The ones I built during COVID. Oh, I am so
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Do you see?
I just took one apart that was elevated that I bought. What's up, Barry? What's up?
Not much.
Just chillaxing
Enjoy
outside.
outside, though. Huh?
I said chillaxing outside. It must. What's the heat? What's it like there?
It's a little muggy, but it's not
Oh,
so bad that I, need to bring a towel and wipe my forehead or anything.
yeah.
But
Okay.
you get
I
an
don't know.
idea what
It's
it's
okay
like.
for me for a little while. Then I
Ready?
get overcome, and I'm like, I'm gonna get sick.
Yeah. Yeah. And certain, like if we were just my daughter and I were talking about that, check your medications. If you're taking any medications, make sure that they don't make you less heat tolerant or more intolerant to the sun's rays, because some of them you will burn faster on, and some of them you can go into heat stroke faster too. So
Yes, that's so
I know a lot
true.
of my friends here don't necessarily take anything, but just some of you, if you do,
You know I don't.
check them. I know you don't. And I don't think
No, I
Krista
don't
does either.
either.
She does a lot of natural stuff too.
what's that?
Oh, really?
To check
Krista.
medications. Yeah, Krista does a lot of natural.
I love it.
Naturopathic? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I love it. Love it. I've been using mimosa tree tea. Sorry. Or making it for my son, and I'm wow, just wow.
What is that used for?
The
The
mimosa
mimosa tea?
tree. Oh, depression, PTSD, anxiety, just a general feeling of just being blessed. It's called the
Okay.
happy tree, and it works
Oh, okay.
very, very well. It works very much like an antidepressant would, but it doesn't damage you, and it's not something you have to take all the time. It's just
Cool.
awesome, so good.
Yeah.
I am 7 years well, my car accident was in 2015. I was addicted to 5 different pain medications after the car accident. And since 2017, I have been pharmaceutical free for 7 years.
Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
awesome.
That's
Yep.
amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
have that in common. I love you.
I can't take any credit for it because, you know,
Yeah.
I just, you know, just praise God for his generosity and
help with that.
his
Yeah.
blessing on my life for helping me with that.
Yeah.
Because I was at the end of my rope for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
DC, we can't, down here in Florida, you can do them like in central and northern Florida that he's talking about, the concrete block beds. Here, sometimes you will get radiant heat off of them and it will kill your plants. We get radiant heat too off our houses because our houses are concrete block and it'll kill your plants. So you just have to be kind of careful with it and what you're planting in those beds here in tropical South Florida. Oh, we have a request. Which kitty is this, Barry? Is Janet's asking.
That's Clementine. That's the one that was gone for a year and just reappeared a few months back.
Oh, hi Clementine. Take raw garlic and honey. Yeah, I actually have my pastor and his wife always are doing raw garlic, but without the honey. They take straight up raw garlic.
Now that Clementine is back, Clementine will never leave again. You watch and see.
Probably. But she looked good, right, Barry? We were saying she probably was taken in or something because she looked good when she came back.
Yeah, cats tend to have more than one household. They, you know, I think if you wanted to look at it this way, this was their base home, and then they just kind of they only go about a quarter mile from their home. So
yeah,
she was taken care of somewhere.
Yeah, she looked like it. Thank God. Yeah, and especially with all the animals you have out in the forests around you in Kentucky, at least the ones we heard.
Yeah, the foxes is my main concern because foxes will take a cat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so will the bobcats. I think you said you had a bobcat sighting around you, not too long after we had that awful thing happen.
Kentucky Goblin, he stepped out his back porch and there was one out there by his building.
And he's not there. That's Barry's friend, and he's not far from Barry.
Yeah, he's about 1/10 of a mile from him.
Did you have a birthday? Happy birthday if you did. Mine's next month. And so is Malachi's. We're July babies.
Actually, wow. My daddy was a July baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, DCBs, they are good. You can do the ferment. I want to do the ferment of the honey and garlic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Peach.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was reading out loud. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I like her channel too, DCBs. I don't get to watch it too often, but she's a total homeopath too. There you are. Hey, I got a panel full now. How are you feeling, Wellness with Frugal Mama? We can move it to another day if you want, and we can talk about what we were going to talk about, which was just basically motivation and your story and exercise, like your story behind where you are now and how you motivate yourself, because you definitely motivated yourself today with not feeling well and still doing your workout.
Take it one day at a time.
A little better. Well, then rest up because that's important and we can schedule it. I've got to put up my email again on my about page because I took it down when everybody was getting those SEO people in their emails. I took that down because I was like, no, I'm not having people coming into my email with all that crap.
I politely told one
I'm going to go ahead and jump down up off of here, you guys. I'm drained as crap, but I wanted to say hello. And I'm so glad that I got to talk with you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah?
And then I'm gonna hopefully restore. I don't think,
Me too.
honestly, the way that I feel, I don't think I'm gonna even be back on regular schedule even next week. And next week it is even hotter coming up, so we'll see. But
Yeah, it's
I wanted you to
exhausting.
know, love
Okay.
you.
I love you too. That was a great day. Yeah, I enjoyed
And
having you and
Glad
Janet
you
on
got to
too.
see me.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Barry, you have no idea. See, now my weekend is set, my friend. I am good to go. Thank you so much for that. All right, guys,
Bye,
I'm gonna jump
Teach.
off. And my man just got home, so I'm gonna jump over here. See you
Okay.
later. Good to see
All
you.
right.
Bye.
Good to
Hey,
see you
have a
too.
great
Bye,
day.
Crooked Beach. Have a great weekend. What was this? Gold Coast Granny says, she goes, I can't get rid of the one that showed up here. We call her the porch tramp. That's so funny. After a month, we took her to get spayed. Now she won't leave. Oh, because she knows you cared for her probably more than anybody else.
Yeah.
I don't know why my
You've
herb
sealed your fate.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that haze in the distance there?
Yeah, a
Probably.
little bit. Yeah, I can. I
Yeah.
noticed that when I went up into the mountains when we went to Nashville that there's a haze that's up there. I didn't know what that was about.
It was heavier than this. So
It's
today is
fine. It's
better
okay.
day.
Yeah.
So
It is
beautiful.
totally fine. Wellness. I figured too it might be not the best day when you were saying that you were sick. Like that part didn't hit me until after I asked you. I was like, wait a minute, she's not feeling well. She really needs a rest, especially
Yeah.
with the way you inspire everybody else. But anyway, that will be our guest is Wellness with Frugal Mama. Check out her channel. She's on very early, but you can watch the replay. She has also chair workouts if you're not able to do anything, you know, like I'm not able to do high impact or anything that's too much impact. Like I told Jay Jordan, he's doing these jump ropes. And I'm like, I cannot do a jump rope. It will rock my whole
No, I can't
jawline.
either.
I will feel it up into my skull. There, I can't. And then that's when he volunteered about his back that he
The
had.
time I try to do jump rope, probably sprain an ankle again.
Yeah, yeah, me too, DC.
Can you hear
I
me?
found the Honeystead 3 years ago.
Oh,
What about you don't want to sprain your ankle again? Yeah, that's the same thing with me. I don't want to. I have that tinnitus I get in my ankle. Is having a birthday for me. Oh, is
yeah.
she okay? Oh, I'm sorry about that. That your cell is.
I sprained
Oh,
my right
okay.
ankle about 4 times.
Oh, that's terrible, Barry. Yeah, that's no fun. That sounds
I'm
almost
supposed
like
to wear like,
tinnitus. Tinnitus will do that.
yeah,
Tendinitis, I'm
well,
sorry.
they never did say, they just said that you should wear support shoes or boots
Yeah,
to support your ankles.
yeah,
I just wanted
yeah.
to show you the blackberries.
That's why I got the Reeboks, the 80s Reeboks again, because they help support the ankle.
Oh,
Wanna,
Golf
Oh,
Coast
look.
Granny. I just recently subscribed to your channel last week, I think. It was last week.
yeah, I think that is
Look at
too
that.
wonderful, DC. Yep.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Rest up, Frugal Mama. Exactly. Yeah, the battle rope, he calls it. Yeah. That's what he was jumping with. It's real thick. I can't do them either. I can't even do jumping jacks either. Nope. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Mine's not that severe, Buddha, but yeah,
How pretty those flowers are.
I like the idea of chair workout. Yeah. And they also have like there are bed workouts online too on YouTube. Too. Like it depends where you're at. Thankful
Uh-oh.
for YouTube University. I'm very thankful for it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I
Uh-oh.
have a brace that I have to
I think I
wear when
lost
it
you all.
acts up. Buddha. No, you're still here. You're still with us. Oh, maybe not. You're
I don't know why it went
it's
in and
processing
out, huh?
slow. Maybe, yeah, it's going in and out. It might be just the Wi-Fi isn't in those certain spots outside.
Yeah.
Yes. Where?
You hear me now, though?
I can hear you perfectly. Actually, that's what's so weird. It's the picture that kind of up. He just reconnected, and now we're waiting on you, Storms, for it to come up. There you are.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I have the magnesium that I spray on, and I would love to do Epsom salts, but I find because I'm sulfa and sulfur sensitive that the other one works better. The chelate works better for me, and then I take magnesium malate. And magnesium malate is great if you have fibro or you have autoimmune because it gives you energy, and it doesn't have unless you take quite a bit of it, it doesn't have the gastrointestinal intestinal
If I
stuff.
get bit by a snake, someone has to be the designated 911 caller because he's blackberry. I can't pass up blackberries.
You better watch because I don't think I have your address. I'll be like, my friend Barry, here's his last name, and he's somewhere in Kentucky.
Yeah.
I'll be like, ma'am, that does not help.
Yeah, he's
He
just
was
out of
on my
luck. I'm
line.
sorry, man. Can't help
gosh.
you.
Well, good news is I was watching actually a YouTuber who, they look good. I was watching a YouTuber who had snakes and venomous ones at that. And the one you really have to, you have to watch out for all the venomous ones, but the one that you just say goodbye and thank you, Jesus, for my life is the mamba. That one, that's it. You're gone. I've been very busy. Like there's no anti-venom for that. I've been very busy watching special needs. Oh no, he was kicked out of preschool. Bless your daughter and you. Oh,
I'm gonna head out here, Carol. I just thought I would pop in and say hello.
Oh, thanks, Krista. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Heading out to put up some shade cover.
Okay, yeah. And then are you going to have to cover those plants, or is it not that low? It said it was 60 for us in Fahrenheit.
It's not. We're not supposed to get the really cold temperature until Sunday evening. So.
Okay. So you have time to plan to figure it out. Okay.
Can you imagine?
All right,
like we're already like almost July,
right?
And here we're crop cover already.
Thank you.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I can believe it. Happens up north. Yeah, I hope it all works out, and I'm looking forward to seeing your thing on steroids.
We're not even in our homes.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you, Krista.
Everybody who doesn't have Krista's channel, go ahead and check her out. Yeah, she's up here.
When I said my whole backyard was blackberries, I wasn't kidding.
Actually, you can get to know Krista if you missed. I'm sorry, Barry. If you missed Diva in the Dirt Saturday night, she interviewed Krista. It's Almost a Green Acre is her channel. If you don't have her, she's a great channel to have. She's up in Canada. Let's see, we can hear you. And it's the video. Yeah, even DCB said before it was the video that was stuttering, not your voice.
Yeah. Yeah, my phone's getting a bit warm too, but
any of those. The snakes, you mean, DCBs? Stay hydrated. Yeah, we all need to stay hydrated. That's so true.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a great weekend too, Sarah. I didn't see that. I'm a little bit behind. Just got a referral to a roomie for suspected audit. Oh no. Yeah, it can happen, especially juvenile, and I hope it's not arthritis, like rheumatoid arthritis. They have a juvenile one. That is the one thing that is wonderful about the Willamette Valley. Not too many of the venom. That's great.
Oh gosh,
no, they don't have. I don't know. Black mambas. No, those are not usually here unless they've been let go.
We don't have them in Kentucky either.
Yeah, that's if they've been let go in the U.S.
We have timber rattlers. We have.
Those are bad.
Copperheads.
Yeah, those are bad too. But they have anti-venom at least for both of those, I believe, that they can use if you get bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very expensive. Exactly. And I don't even know what insurance covers for it.
It does help to tell them if you can identify the snake. It does not say I was bit by a rattler or. That way they can administer the antivenom.
Yeah. Oops. That wasn't what I wanted. Enjoy. Yeah, I got some shade cover going. Exactly. I missed what you said. Say that again because I'm just trying to catch up and I've almost caught up. Yay.
It helps if you have to go to the
Thank
ER. You
you.
call 911.
Oh, thank you.
It does
Yes.
help to
Yeah.
be able to identify the snake and say, "Look, this is what bit me," and then they'll get the
Mhm.
right antivenom.
Yeah, take a picture if you can. Yeah, we used to have a show actually on TV down here because we have an anti-venom unit with the
Yeah.
Miami-Dade County firefighters. And yeah, take a picture if you can or have somebody take a picture. Of course, don't let them get bit too, but we
Yeah.
have the rattlers here, the pygmy rattlers, the cottonmouth, and now we have all the python, the anaconda, so who knows what else we have. I just found out about another lizard that we have here. I sent it to our group. I was like shocked. It's I don't know if I have it looked up. Oh, it's not here now. Let me go look it up in our group because I sent it. It's
You ever
this
seen a tulip tree?
not a tulip tree. No.
That's what that is.
Oh,
Unfortunately, we missed the tulips. They're not really. They don't really look like tulips, but they're a pretty white flower. They're about as big as your hand, and they
oh,
smell
pretty.
amazing.
I'll have to look it up.
But when I lived
Hey,
here
Aaron.
the first time.
Yeah.
This tree was a sapling.
Yeah, I can drop the link again, Janet. You betcha. Copy and paste. Time is at 3:38.
I need a chair in this area right here. This is perfect.
Oh no, not ankle. Hey. Oh wow. She already her ANA already tested high. But her father has. Okay. Good. She still hurts. Well, I hope she doesn't have the ankylo. I can never say that one. It's what my daughter actually thought I had instead of fibro. Yes, too many non-native pets that have gotten loose. Yep. There she is. Well, hello, pretty lady.
Hey,
Here,
how are you?
here's the. Oh shoot, it's not going to do it. Oh, come on, do it. Find it. I'm going to have to turn off the
Is that a
special
lizard?
effects. It is a new lizard that I don't even have touch up my appearance on. Why is it doing that? Oh, it's the virtual background. Hold on.
Oh,
You guys
that
are
makes
about to
sense.
see the mess behind me, but that's okay. It's not too bad. It was an orange
Hey.
head I saw. I saw this one today at Lowe's.
Ooh, he's cute.
Yeah, cute and I think they can be aggressive.
Oh, that's not quite so cute.
No, not cute at all. But it did help me find a YouTube channel that I didn't know about before.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, and they're down here. Spondylitis. I don't know if I can say that right. Spondylitis. I can't say the first word either. But ankle. It's like ankle. It's a really hard ankle. Ankylosing. Can you say that one? Since you're the English person, ankylosing. That one.
Ankylosing.
And then she said that.
Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah, that other one is not the right word. That other one is supposed to be spondylitis. But ankylosing.
Maybe.
I don't know. But yeah, it's an autoimmune, I believe. But that's right. I think it's an autoimmune too, right? Gulf Coast Granny?
Oof, I'm going in where it's cool.
Yeah, I would be too. Oh, it's okay. No problem, Laura.
Yes.
I have a question.
It's
Carol.
warming up.
One of us, we somehow got it, but I don't know which was the. Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes.
when you have a fibro flare up, what happens?
It depends because it can come out in all different ways. Sometimes it's just all over body pain. Sometimes it is a flare up of the tendonitis, and walking becomes difficult, and I can twist my ankles really easy.
Ooh.
Yeah, it depends on where the inflammation decides to hit me. It can be migraines. Like I
Mhm.
could be getting migraines throughout the week that just keep hitting.
Yuck.
Yeah, it's not ever pretty much the same, except for usually the all over body pain is kind of consistent. Hey, welcome on stage, Gulf Coast
Hi.
Brandy. What
Hey.
do you have somebody who's trying to figure out what they have, or
No, I was wondering if one of my products might be helpful because somebody tried it and they had neuropathy in their hands,
Mhm,
and it was not. I didn't make it for that.
mhm.
But she came back and she was like, "Hey, this one helps with my neuropathy. It doesn't make it go away, but it does help it."
Yeah,
I was like, "Huh, I wonder." Was a mixture of 3 herbs, and I
okay.
like, I
Is
wonder
that the one that you told
which
me it has
one.
lemon balm in it?
Yeah, so I wondered if the lemon balm would help with fibro.
I don't
So if you think
know.
it will, I may just send you a little one to test it and see.
Yeah,
If,
I could test on my foot right now because I have horrible plantar fasciitis right now. And that's what'll happen too is I'm sorry, Gulf Coast. I just want to finish this
No, it's okay.
with Janet.
Mhm.
What'll happen is if I have one pain,
uh-huh.
it can set off the fibro pain. Like if I hurt myself, it can set off a flare. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying not to set off a flare with this foot
Uh,
thing, but it is going like up my leg. I could feel like the pain and the weirdness, the neuropathy going up my leg. It's like pain and numbness.
okay, so it is.
It's a weird, yeah. So it would probably, if it worked for her hands, and it would probably help. And
Okay, send
yeah,
me your address later.
okay, I can do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what's
Hi,
up?
Gulf Coast.
How do we say that, Gulf Coast Granny?
It's ankylosing spondylitis.
Ankylosing spondylitis. Okay.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Oh.
My daughter, her pain started off probably when she was in ninth grade. Actually, she used to wake up when she was
Mhm.
about 11 telling me her back and her hips hurt.
Oh.
And I'm thinking, you're 11, be quiet.
Yeah, I can't.
You don't
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as things progressed, she was in the band and she
Mm.
played the marimba, which is that great big instrument. You
Ooh.
300 pounds. You have to roll it around.
Oh. Oh
So she's
my.
pushing this, and she thought she was having asthma because she couldn't breathe when she was pushing it, and her chest hurt really bad. We take her to a cardiologist after a lot of doctor visits, and she's
Yeah.
got something called costochondritis, which is an inflammation of the cartilage that holds your ribs onto your sternum.
Oh gosh.
So
And
then 2 years later, she ends up with the most severe case of plantar fasciitis that the podiatrist had seen in an 16-year-old kid.
oh my gosh.
It was so bad that it had inflamed the nerves in her feet and she
Yeah.
couldn't walk for 4 days.
That's how my left foot is right now. It's stepping
Mhm.
on it is excruciating.
Right. And so she's had 3 cortisone injections in the last 2.5 years.
Oh gosh. And those they're such a help. Like when I had frozen shoulder, which ladies, by the way, can be related to lack of estrogen
Oh,
or your blood sugar
Really?
or blood sugar. Um, yeah, it's a blessing and a curse because it eats away at where they're shooting it into you. But it unfroze my shoulder so I could move again.
right.
So it's like I feel for her because that's oh.
Well, her cortisone injections are a global, so it's an injection in her fanny.
Oh, okay. So it's okay. So it's like taking
Yeah,
the steroids, but she doesn't have to taper off and taper in, and she just gets a shot.
exactly.
Got it.
And
Okay.
the great thing about it, well, what we noticed was not only did it help the plantar fasciitis, but it also helped her back and her hips.
That
As a
sounds like
as a-
RA then.
what,
RA is like that, or at
yeah,
least that type of area
that
of
yeah,
autoimmune. because
Oh, you
that
should see her. When she wakes up in the morning, she looks like an old woman walking around. She's bent over, and it takes her a while to stand up straight. And she looks just like her dad when she gets up in the morning. It's ridiculous. And
hey,
I don't know.
Rogue,
I just
welcome
really
in.
hope that they can get to the bottom of it so that
What it is, yeah.
'cause
That's the
she's
thing. Autoimmune can be so difficult to get to the bottom of. It's
right.
like so many tests just to kind of zero in on what it could be. And
And
then
most of
there's
it's
the
a paper trail. You know,
yeah,
most of the diagnostic is just
yeah,
narrowing down all of the symptoms after
exactly.
years of going to the doctor, going, "What the heck's wrong with me?" You know?
Exactly. That's what happened with me. And I took all the
Mhm.
tests and my RA was not there. But then my friends like Duncan, same thing for her. Her RA wasn't there. Like when she went and tested. I mean, the test that you were talking about that
The
she tested
ANA.
high on. ANA,
Mhm.
sorry. The ANA wasn't there for me. But then I
Right.
read about more people who had lupus and they were saying only when they're in flare does it show up. When they're not in flare, it didn't show up in their
Is
tests.
that right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. So I was like, okay, well, I've also heard that a lot of people who get fibro, they call it sometimes the pre-lupus because a lot of them end up later on getting a lupus diagnosis. Thankfully,
Is
I
that
don't
right?
have some of the other issues, and I have not had the butterfly rash breakout
See, she hasn't either.
across. Yeah, but that can come much later. That's why it's like so hard to know. I had really horrible growing pains, horrible. And I
Oh.
had that same thing. Like my parents were like, "You're young. Why are you aching so much all the time?"
Right.
Like, what? I
Right.
probably had fibro then, but
Right.
just didn't.
You know, she gets really frustrated because everybody tells her, "You're only 18. Why do you hurt? What's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with you. You look fine." You know.
Wow.
Well, I was
Sorry.
18
People are
when
so
they introduced these at me.
insensitive.
Yeah, I just had to ban somebody from the studio. Keep chatting.
Oh,
At least no wieners were seen. Sorry,
Yeah.
if
Oh,
you're not in
thank
my side
goodness.
chat, you're not coming up. And if I don't know you, you're not coming up. These people I
Ah,
know.
heck, you seen one, you seen them all.
I know. Oh, they were tiny little smokies too. Like nothing to
Well, as
brag
a guy,
about.
I don't want to see one.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Where's
I'm going to switch over to my laptop. I'll be right back, Carol.
Mm,
Okay. Okay,
My
Barry.
phone is getting hot.
Yeah. And so that's what I was thinking too, is some of it can be hormonal and it can be related to stuff that's woman stuff too.
right.
Your throat's
Mhm.
okay. No, you're okay. I'll change you in a second. I might have to go and just change him real quick. Let me just hold on. I'll change you. Yes. I'm going to go over to the other side though, on my YouTube side and edit it a little bit to walk away. Buggers.
oh,
Yeah. Customize. Subscribers mode is going on. If you're not subscribed, you want to do that really quickly. Oh, too late.
fair enough.
Okay. There we go.
Fair.
Fair enough. All right, guys. Can you hold down the fort really
We
for
can.
just a minute so I can check his diaper? Oh, there's Barry. Let me add you to the stage. I'm just going to step away for a second. I got to take care of Malachi. 94 feels like 100. Let me go through these real quick. Oh my gosh, it's 87 and it's 11 p.m. there. Wow. So she's to
Dang.
work. So I always have
No
pain
idea
issues.
what-
I bet. Ouch, Darth X. I want to get the compression socks that they're putting out now. They're higher and they look like a cotton sock, not a pantyhose. I want to
No.
try those to see if they help. Yes, you don't, and that's it right there. You don't always have all the symptoms like the rash with lupus. That's the thing with lupus. And they get so hung up on checking off your list when you have autoimmune.
Right.
But
Right.
I'm not especially. Okay, honey.
This was a funny comment to me. I relate to that whole
I
self-preservation.
did too. I used to do flips in my front yard that probably did not help my back because I didn't land on my feet all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, you have fibro for now. I'm sorry, M&T. Okay, honey, I'm going to. No, don't take the soursop. Do not bite the soursop. Thank you. Okay, let me go do that.
All right. See you in a minute.
I'll see you in a
We
minute.
will hold down the fort.
Thank
Indeed.
you.
So
Indeed.
Gulf Coast, do inflammatory diseases run in your family?
Not mine,
Not yours.
but my husband's. Yeah, he's the one with the ankylosing spondylitis. Plus, he has an aunt on his dad's side that also has it.
So that
And
explains kind of where that.
I think so. We had her genetically tested. She tested negative for the genetic marker for ankylosing spondylitis, which is great. But then I read that I've been doing a lot of research for her, and 10 to 15% of the people with ankylosing spondylitis do not have the marker. How is that? I don't understand that.
That's weird.
The lupus result that she got, the ANA test, it's done in a ratio form. And hers was 1 to 80. Well, in some laboratories, they consider that a positive result. And in other laboratories, they consider it a negative result. What is that?
That doesn't make any sense. That's so complicated.
It doesn't. None of it makes sense to me. And everything that we've been through in the last 4 years, they say, well, the result is negative, but you have these symptoms, or you have these symptoms, but you're fine, or it's the craziest thing.
Yeah, they pick and choose their battles, don't they?
Yes, they do. They certainly do. And a lot of it, just like last year, she got a referral to a rheumatologist, but it was right after she got a cortisone shot. And after about a week, we didn't hear anything from the rheumatology. So she said, don't worry about it, Mom. I feel fine. And I'm like, you're not going to feel fine in 6 months. We need to go do this. And she goes, no, I'm not going to be bothered with that. Because, she's 18.
Yeah, they learned that lesson the hard way, huh?
Right. And that's what I told her. I said, well, live and learn. FAFO. So,
yeah. Yep.
And, but what happened was she went to the podiatrist to get the cortisone injection, and the podiatrist wanted x-rays of her back and her hips. Well, her pediatrician at the time, because she was almost 18, like 2 months away from being 18, said, no, she just needs a rheumatology consult. We're not going to do that. So she refused to allow the podiatrist to order x-rays.
What?
And I'm thinking, wait a minute. The podiatrist can do whatever she wants to do, can't she? But no, under the care of the pediatrician's the one in charge. So now we've gotten her, since she's 18 and pediatrics is no longer in her wheelhouse. We've gotten her a new doctor. And this new doctor is the one that started last week. We just met her last week. And she ordered all the tests, the x-ray,
good.
everything. So we got a rheumatology referral.
Much better.
It's 80 miles away.
Much better.
But we're going.
Ooh, that's far. But you know what? It's worth it if you actually get answers.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is. And they may not be able to give her any answers either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. So at this point, like I told her last night, because she was in a lot of pain last night when she came home from work. She was limping through the door. She was very sullen and, just wouldn't talk or anything. And I'm like, are you okay? She goes, yeah, I just hurt. And I said, look, at this point, you need to go take your medication, because they've got her on meloxicam, which is an anti-inflammatory. And I said, at this point, we're just treating symptoms. Go get I bought her 2 of those. They're like gel socks that you can put in the freezer. And I got her those for her feet. She's got frozen water bottles all the time for her feet.
Yeah.
So we're just treating symptoms and trying to knock them out one at a time as they come.
Right. That's what they're going to do anyway.
Exactly.
Pretty much. But with drugs is what they usually try.
I know with my husband, before he was diagnosed,
yeah,
he was having severe hip pain and could He was in the military.
I'm not, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not against the drugs because I have to be on some for fibro. Like, I would
Sure.
love to do all natural. I've tried all natural. I'm getting
Just
to the
doesn't
point
work
where
for
I
me.
might be able to do mostly natural, but that's because of the bioidentical hormones I went on. And I still
Okay.
have to be watched because of that.
When he was in the military going through all the diagnostic process, they were about to operate on his hip, and one of the orthopedics, after 4 years of problems, said, "Hey, are you stiff when you wake up in the morning?"
I have
And
that.
he said, yes.
I
He
get
goes,
that.
hey, before we do surgery, I want to run a test. And that's when they found that he had the gene marker for the ankylosing spondylitis.
Oh,
But
huh.
all of those years, they fed him Vicodin like it was candy.
Yeah, that was my mom. They fed her
Mm-hmm.
Vicodin like it was candy. And now you've got me curious because that's one they have not done as a genetic test for that for me.
It's HLA-B27 is the
Okay.
genetic marker.
I don't know if I have a. Yeah, I
Um,
do. HLA
But I'll tell you
B27.
this.
Okay.
Because I was really worried. I was so worried that they were going to boot him out of the military, and then I'd have a drug addict on my hands.
Right.
But they did a hip replacement when he was 37 years old. And
Ooh.
2 days after that, he came home and never ate another Vicodin since.
Mm.
And I was so grateful that he did not have one of those problems.
Right. Well, we have it in my family. And I think if you've ever had family members that have that, well, at least I did. I became more cautious. I never wanted to go down that road because I saw what it did and saw what it did to my parents too.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to do that. And I'm still very cognitive of that with my medications. I take half usually of what they say to take. No,
I'm going
sir.
to take a little bit of a break. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. I might actually have to call it because he's not even.
And I was going to say, I've got to go because it's time to start making dinner for James.
Oh, okay. I know.
Yep.
That's what I'll be doing too. Taking care of him and making dinner. Yeah. I totally understand. But yeah, I'll send you, I'll message you my address.
Okay.
And we can do that and see if it's working for neuropathy because that would be huge.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love a couple more testimonials of it working for neuropathy too, and specifically for fibro induced.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah. And if it doesn't work, at least I know that I can tell people this is not the one to choose.
Yeah. Yeah.
No loss, only benefits.
Or you can also add to it, like we were talking about that other stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll be your guinea pig for that. Sure.
Awesome. All right. I get
Thanks, Janet. Appreciate it.
Bye,
Take
Janet.
Care. At that age, you can't imagine it will be. Right. When you're younger, you think, your body's always going to be the same. You don't realize you're beating it up for as you get older. It's going to be a stupid question, but did you train you upside down if you are not sure? The answer is no. Do gymnastics. Oh, yeah. I didn't get to that point when I did gymnastics. I did them as a little girl. And yeah, I was in the pain was too much. And I used to put up a fight. Basically, I didn't want to go. And that's what it was about. Hey, welcome back. Thanks. I can't go all natural in 2 minutes because, then you can't. And I have a seizure medication that I have to take trending that calms down the pain signaling. And I've cut it in half, and it's very difficult to get off because they also use it for people with bipolar. So it affects your moods when you go off of it. And it's no fun. When I did the step down off the other, it's like a 300 milligram pill. When I did the step down off of those, it wasn't. My temper was like really quick, and I didn't know why. And I started researching it and found out, they use it for that.
Puppy.
Whoopsie puppy. What kind of
Aw.
terrier? Aw. Big
Hi,
terrier.
puppy.
Hi, Virgil.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my goodness. It's a horse-sized terrier, right? What is that?
He's actually a Labradoodle German Shepherd mix.
Oh, wow. He looks like the full-size schnauzers, like, those big ones. Yeah. Love him.
He's only 7 months old.
Oh, so he's
he's
all
pretty.
puppy. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Inflammatory.
He's a sweet
Wish
Yeah.
I could have a dog.
He's a teenager now, so he's starting to learn that he doesn't
Okay, and
he thinks he doesn't have to do what I tell him to, but
Yeah, cats do that too around that adolescent age. They test their
Yeah.
boundaries.
they do.
Yeah.
They do.
oh, all right, Darthox, I totally understand.
And of course,
Bye, everybody who has to go. I'm going to cut it off real soon too, because of this little guy here is telling me to, pretty much, that I've been
Go sit.
busy.
Go sit.
You too. Have a
cats
I'll
can
see you
go
tonight,
places that
maybe.
dogs
And
don't.
I'm sorry, Barry. No, go ahead, Barry.
I was
just
just going
saying
to
bye to
say,
Ann.
adolescent cats will go places dogs can't, so that means they're getting into more.
Thanks, M&T.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's a different kind of connection, and but with cats though, it's like dogs kind of like just about everyone unless they really pick up on something they don't like about you, and cats don't like anyone, and they have to pick up on something that they like about you for you to be friends with them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And you still only have like limited friendship with them. 'Cause
Limited.
They're like, I've given you enough of my time. I'll be going now. Yeah. No, you can only pet me so much. Please don't touch me anymore.
Right.
But I like both. I wish I could do both. Oops.
My husband
We
says
just-
that I was a cat in a past life.
I don't know how to take that. I wouldn't know how to take that. I think my husband was he would be a very he would be a cat, but more like one that just doesn't want to be around people much at all. Like one of those tree cats that they used to say, like that guy. Like the guy who used to go to people's houses and like, okay, well, this is a tree cat, and he really doesn't like to be around the floor.
Right. Oh,
And
Jackson Galaxy.
Yeah, and
I love
people.
him.
He likes to look down upon you and just observe. He doesn't really like a lot of interaction.
That's
I'm like,
something we're doing here at the house. Poppy's been out of town for 2 weeks. He'll be home tomorrow. But I Amazoned and I found a whole bunch of stuff to catify the whole house.
Oh,
and I've got
wow.
ramps and I've got shelving and little boxes that we're going to put on the wall.
Cool.
Because the cats like the dog.
Yeah, but they need to get away.
Yeah.
I
and he
totally
likes
get it.
to abscond with their food too. So.
Oh my gosh. My daughter actually just sent me a video where they have that, you know how they'll do the recordings on the clock or the TikTok channel?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like they'll do trends. Well, this one was parkour, and it was a cat, one of those Sphinx cats, and a big dog that was very interested in following it around. And it's like parkour, jumping on different things. It jumped on a top of a chair. The chair came down and it got onto something else. It was like unbelievable. It was so funny. Like this cat getting away from this dog. It was
like Cirque du Soleil in the house.
Yeah, it was Cirque du Soleil in their house. And they're just, you hear them laughing in the background. Like,
that's great.
How crazy it is. The other dog couldn't care less, but it must have been, like you said, yours is only 7 months old. That one must have been the same way.
And
like
that's what he does. He follows the kittens. Well, Barry, I know you were in my live streams at one point when I had my gray kitty that used to drink out of the fish tank.
Fishy flavored water.
Well, he passed away about 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And
sorry for your loss.
Absolutely broke my heart.
I bet.
I have not been the same since. I was there when that baby kitty came into this world, and I was there when he left it.
Aww.
And you know, I tried the whole the best cure for a broken heart's a new boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I got a new cat. It's a female. And her name is Birdie, and she's a calico, but she's not him.
Yeah. The personality. Yeah.
Yeah. And then last weekend, my daughter, my oldest daughter, the one with my grandson, he has a sister who's 8. So my granddaughter Millie calls me up and she says, Granny, we're going to the Humane Society to pick me out a kitty, and I want you to come with us.
Oh, wow.
I said, oh, honey, that's dangerous.
Yeah, right. That would be me too. Very dangerous.
So she, 8-year-old, please, Granny, please.
Right.
And she thinks I'm the cat whisperer anyway.
Mhm.
And so I, of course, I had to go.
Yeah,
There was no choice.
exactly.
And I was fine until I saw the little gray kitty.
Mm.
And,
Mhm.
and so I brought that one home too.
Mm.
And so now I have
Uh-oh.
now
Uh-oh.
I personally have 2 kitties. They're both under 3 months old.
Yeah.
I have a 7-month-old dog.
Oh my.
My daughter, who also lives in our house,
Yeah.
has a 3-legged cat that she rescued from the neighbor's yard, and it it was injured. It apparently had gotten up into somebody's car, and they turned it on, and the fan broke its leg. Well, they ended up having to amputate the entire leg up to the shoulder.
Oh my.
So after that, and because my daughter kept it through the whole thing, fostering this kitten or cat, it was about a 3-month-old cat, maybe 4. And
Right.
I told her, I'm like, no cats, no more cats, because we had 2 already. And so, of course, it got out of the hospital, it got recovered, and she said, I can't let this cat go. It's my cat now. So it lives in her room. And then my son has
Oh my
a cat.
gosh.
So
Yeah.
I've got 4 cats, a dog, an old dog that'll never die. Honey, I've got 11 chickens and 3 rabbits.
Oh wow. Yeah, you
And
got a
2
lot
kids
going on.
at home. And I'm like, it's a zoo around here. It's an absolute zoo all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Zoo.
Hey, Terry.
And of course, then the grandson comes over and wants to harass the dog.
Right. Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You've got some crazy going on for sure. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm really, really looking forward to retirement.
Yeah, I bet. You're still working while all that's going on? Oh my
Not
god.
me, no, but well, I can't retire till Poppy does.
Oh. Gotcha.
I mean, I don't
Gotta have
work,
your own.
but well, I'll never be able to quit doing the stuff I do. I mean, laundry, dishes, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
we never get to quit. That's one thing that's
never
not
ends.
understood. Yeah, it's 24/7.
However,
Never
he
ends.
is a great help. So when he
Yeah.
retires, we'll do it all together, I guess. And then I'll have to
Thanks,
escape
Terry.
somehow.
Right? I know. I have to actually call it because it is 4:09 and my husband actually picks up my daughter and then, I have to get dinner started and get him settled. But I do appreciate you guys coming
This is
up.
my last night of freedom. So I'm not even cooking tonight.
Good for you. Good for you. Last night of freedom, how?
Oh, because Poppy will be home tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, got you. Yes. That's how I would look at it too.
I thought you were going to prison or something.
Yeah, I know. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Who's still here in the side chat? Oh, it was my pleasure. You're a joy. No, you're totally a joy to have up. It was fun.
Thank you.
I just have this distraction next to me going on, and so
if
I have resting bee face, it's because I'm concerned. He right when we started. Yeah, right.
You sit back there being so good and looking.
He is. Yeah, he's looking like he's being so good. Yeah.
Y'all take care. Bye bye.
You too. Bye. Thank you. Bye, everybody.